Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy DC Yankee here with another video. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I am doing a special thing called Most Disappointing Teams of All Time. And today we are kicking it off this series with everybody's favorite team, the 2001 Seattle Mariners. Now, that Mariners team, they were a pretty darn good team. They really were. They finished with the most wins in a single season by a Major League Baseball team. The most wins, but yet the end result just wasn't that good. They ended up winning the ALDS in 5 against the Indians, but then they lost to my Yankees in the ALCS, and it wasn't even close neither. Yankees beat the Mariners in 5 games in 2001, and that was about it. So let's dig deeper into this team real quick. So I am going to share my screen, see how this works. So here we are. We using databases. We will use Baseball Reference and Fangraphs to see how disappointing this team very was. So as you see, the team went 116-46. That's the most wins in Major League Baseball's history in a single season. As you see here, the manager was Lou Piniella, and he was a really good manager. You know, his antics and all the time he defended his players, man, he was such a great manager, you know. He had like the greatest meltdowns ever when he got ejected. So he was the manager of that squad. They won the ALDS in 5 games over the Indians, as I said earlier, and then they lost to my Yankees. All right. If you look at this squad, look at this team. They were pretty loaded. All right. As you see here, they had Brett Boone, they had Carlos Guillen, they had Mike Cameron, Ichiro Suzuki, Edgar Martinez. They had some good players here, man. They really did. Freddie Garcia at one point, you know, this is their pitching staff. It's a pretty decent pitching staff. And then here's the bullpen. So what we're going to look at here is, this is basically their stat lines for everybody. This is the batting stat lines for all the position players. You see, you know, Ichiro only hit 8 home runs, batted .350, had 838 OPS. Mike Cameron had 832 OPS with 25 home runs. David Bell, who's currently, I believe he currently manages the Cincinnati Reds, who he had batted .260, 17 OPS, hit 15 home runs. Brett Boone hit 37 home runs, batted .331, 950 OPS. If you guys look at the strikeouts, I mean, Mike Cameron struck out a lot, but Ichiro and Martinez was a good player, man. He really was. He had 23 home runs, 306 batting average, 966 OPS. Look at that on-base percentage, too. Edgar Martinez was on base 42.3% of the time. Ichiro 381 on-base percentage. Mike Cameron 353. David Bell 303. You know, it's a good lineup here. And then you look at their pitching staff. This is basically their roster, and these are their top players. But we're going to go to Fangraphs to see their top players via Fangraphs wins above replacement. Their top player was Brett Boone, then it was Ichiro Suzuki, Mike Cameron, Edgar Martinez, John Olrud, Mark McLemore, David Bell, Carlos Guillen, Stan Javier, Dan Wilson, Al Martin. These are the top players via WAR. Now we're going to go to the advanced stats. The advanced stats for this team. So we are now going to see, we're going to go to walk percentage. Edgar Martinez had the highest walk percentage for the team. As for the strikeouts, we're going to see who had the lowest. It doesn't really, out of players with a lot of plate appearances, Mike Cameron had the highest strikeout percentage, which actually isn't that bad. Usually there's guys today that have like a 30% strikeout percentage, you know? The lowest you would have to go with Ichiro Suzuki with a 7.2 strikeout percentage. Now you go to their more advanced stats, their isolated power. Brett Boone had the highest isolated power with the amount of plate appearances. I know there's Scott Posebnik, but he only had 6 plate appearances. He had Edgar Martinez, Mike Cameron on the top for isolated power. Then you got batting average, balls in play. The highest percentage was Ichiro Suzuki with 738 plate appearances, and he had the highest batting average balls in play. Now we go to weighted on base average, according to Fangraphs, and the highest weighted on base average was by Edgar Martinez, who had a 408 weighted on base average. Second highest was Brett Boone. Weighted runs created plus, my favorite stat because it clearly weighted runs created plus is my favorite stat to use because it's a better way to measure, the runs created and it's ballpark adjusted. It's my favorite advanced stat in this. All right, I'm gonna close this. And the leader for that is Edgar Martinez with 157 weighted runs created plus. So it kind of sucks that this team didn't go to the World Series at least, but I feel like it's kind of the norm that if you break the record for most wins in a single season, it's kind of bad luck for you. It's kind of like a curse. Like for example, when the Warriors broke the 95-96 Bulls team that won 72 games, the Warriors broke that record, but then they ended up blowing a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals to LeBron James and the Cavs. The Tampa Bay Lightning tied the Red Wings record for most wins in a season with 62 wins, but they did not win a single game in the postseason. They ended up getting swept by the Columbus Blue Jackets, who never won a playoff series to its franchise's name beforehand, which is pretty impressive, It's pretty impressive for Blue Jackets, not impressive for the Lightning. As for the Patriots, we all know that story because this man over here ended their undefeated season. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And now my thoughts on that team. That team was pretty good, They didn't have – this was actually their first season without Alex Rodriguez because the season beforehand, before the 2001 season, they traded Alex Rodriguez to the Rangers, and A-Rod went off of them. Ken Griffey Jr. got traded to the Reds, so he wasn't on that team neither. So that's my thoughts on this team. Really, really disappointing that this team didn't go to the World Series as they broke the record for most wins in a single season. So that's my take on that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this series so far. I would love your feedback. All right, positive feedback, Well, I would like some constructive criticism, I don't want any hate, because that's not who I am. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know which team you guys want me to do next. Please suggest in the comments below which teams I should go over, and I will catch you guys next time.